he had hit me so much, I actually didn't know if I had a face. I stopped looking at my face, and he tried to take my right eye out. He said, "You see too much." I've lost a couple of teeth. I've lost dignity. I've got broken bones. And so when I finally found out, when I broke free from him, I found out that I had bones that were missing from my TMJ. And I could not eat. I could not yawn. I mean, the basics. People take yawning, eating, talking on the phone for granted. To me, it's work. I have to think about how I'm going to sleep tonight, if I'm going to sleep tonight, because I live with extreme, extreme pain. I have been operated on this both sides so many times I've lost track. I live with a lot of pain, Gurmeet. You know, emotional pain, physical pain. There's scars inside and outside.
You currently don't have your jaw bones? Both your jaw, from what I see.
No, they're implants, they're metal implants.
Did you ever think of going to others for help? There are groups, organizations. Did you know about them? Did you want to go and talk to them?
I did and I did not. Because the first time that I did, they spoke to me in front of my husband. Mm-hmm. And they talked to him and he told them another story. And I could not defend myself because I knew I'd be living here. They wouldn't take me with them. I went to the Gurdwara in Vancouver and I told the Gani ji, I said, "Please, help kariye maine." They said to me, "Go home, work it out. Be a Punjabi kudi, go home." So the doors for me were shutting. And then I thought, if I did leave, if I ran away, went to another province, he knows where my parents live. He'd go there. And I had no way of leaving. I was so bound to him.
That there's no way getting out of it.
No. And actually, I actually thought when I was finally, because he had taken me back to India to avoid the charges, and there I survived being hung. I had mitti di tel poured on me. I survived being pushed into the ocean. And then I thought to myself, I'm done with him. You know, if I were dead, I'd be probably better off.
Yeah.
So I thought of killing him. The thought came to mind many times because I was getting tired of being raped. I was getting tired of not eating. He did not let me eat. I always thought if he could control my breathing, he would control.
Would do it.
Yeah. And so I told my father-in-law, I said, one of us is going to die.
You know, I'm going to come back. I'm going to take some calls. Assi kuch calls lane a, and then I also want to talk to you to find out कि जदों तुसी अपने in-laws नाल गल कीती, how did that go? ठीक है? Oh, you know what? I'm dropping these. Hold on one second. Yeah, I've lost the calls.
Oh, they were calling.
Yeah, there were calls coming in, but I didn't want to stop you either. When you spoke to your in-laws about this, जदों तुसी अपने in-laws नाल गल कीती इस दे बारे च, उन्हां दा जवाब की सीगा? उन्हां ने की किया तुहानू?
It happened when I had gone to this ocean, and if I can take a moment to talk about.
Absolutely.
There was this particular night. It happened a few times, and I knew where he was driving me to, and so
here,
in India.
Okay.
And it was late night, and so whenever he took me out late night, it was to do with whether he was going to torture me or kill me.
Okay. Now, एक second before I even go there, जदों तुसी इंडिया गए, तानू आप नहीं पता सीगा कि तुसी इंडिया जान वाले हो, and you were pregnant at that time also.
That's
That
right.
was your third child. Okay. ते तुसी जदों तानू नहीं पता सी कि you're going to India, and this was the first time विआह तो बाद ਵਿਆਹ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਗਏ ਸੀਗੇ
That's
right
right.
okay go ahead now tell me
Yes, he did it to avoid charges. So
Of
we
course.
ended up being on a holiday in India, which always was his plan to have me stay in that prison because he was in jail for 2 nights.
so that was his way of paying back
Yeah.
okay so
The-
tell me about this
So at that night, I got into the car because I couldn't resist. If I resisted, I'd probably be dead earlier. And so we get to the ocean, and I locked the door. He opened it, I locked it. And then he finally said, I'll smash the windows. And by this time, I had all 4 children. And I knew if he did that, the children would be hurt. And so I got out, and I looked in the back seat. And I said my goodbyes to all 4 of them. Very quietly, I said bye. And I waved to them. I wanted to run back and hug them and kiss them and just hold them and tell them, I'll never leave you even if I'm dead. And he pulled me and dragged me to the dock towards the ocean. And as I'm walking, I'm saying, just mumbling to myself, saying, Mom, Dad, I died remembering you. And I hope that you'll always keep me in your mind, in your heart. And that night, he kicked me, he punched me. I lost a tooth that night. I almost went into the ocean. But miraculously I survived because someone heard my screams. And I came home. And a few days later he hung me. And then I knew that I was going to do something. I was going to kill him. I couldn't do it anymore. But I didn't know how I was going to kill him. So I went to my father-in-law. And I said to him, you got to send us back. I have to take the children. I want to go back home. And he said yes. And he sent me only. He took the kids. He goes, Tu Kamliya, you can't take care of the children. You're insane. These are my children, my son's children. So he kept the children and I came. I left 4 screaming, grieving children that I never thought I would see again. But somehow, in my little mind and my heart, I had hope that I was going to come back for them.
Wow. You know, it's I don't have words for what you've gone through. But God, you know, Rab aap hi dekhta hai. You're here today. And you survived it.
Yes.
You survived it and you look beautiful. You look absolutely beautiful with the strength that you have, you know, helping so many other women out there. You really look beautiful.
Thank you.
We'll take a short break and we'll come back. And agar tusi Kamal ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ, feel free to give us a call. We're here. ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟਾ ਜਿਹਾ break ਲੈ ਕੇ ਹੁਣੇ ਵਾਪਸ ਆਨੇ ਆ. And I want to know what is your message to the other women out there? So stay tuned. We'll be right back.